Good morning. It's a beautiful day in Fairfield.
It is a beautiful day in Fairfield.
We are still struggling with the presentation issues here. Mic stands have not arrived.
Yep.
We don't have enough mics yet, so we're thinking about getting some string and just tying it.
There
and
you
can
go.
wear it around like they used to do around your neck, yeah. And Ken, you're going to need to pull that up a little closer. So, I'm Mark Turner, that's Claire Vaughn, and that is Ken Odie. KO. It's KO Friday.
KO Friday.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Ken. I mean,
My
after
pleasure.
helping out last night on Mule Nation and back at it again this morning.
It was fun.
Good.
Always fun.
We're lucky to have you helping us out.
It was, I watched last week and I heard an interesting story about Gil Wallace.
Yeah.
Gil, his show was called The Coffee Club when he first started it. For years it was The Coffee Club. Mm-hmm. Well, then coffee got so pricey, so his way of protesting, he changed the name of his show to The Breakfast Nook. And he'd play a march every morning, and my mother, in her sadistic fashion, would always turn the volume up on that march in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
I knew it was time to
get up. That was your wake-up call, huh?
Was it like 76 trombones in the big
absolutely.
parade?
John Phillips Sousa, the whole schmear.
That's awesome. Well, we talked about that. Mark nor I never had the pleasure of meeting Gil, but we've just heard, fantastic stories about him and what he did for the radio community and our community. And that's where It's a Beautiful Day in Fairfield
Absolutely.
came from. And
That's a nice tribute.
Yeah, we just love the tribute of it. So, yeah.
Speaking of beautiful days,
Yeah.
what, 53 now?
53 in Fairfield.
And sunshine.
It's crisp.
It is
And
a little chilly. Let me switch it out.
We're looking
to
for
the...
a high of 66 today.
Well, they're talking 70s next week.
Yeah, well, let me look here. Got my handy dandy weather app. Tomorrow, 73.
Love it.
Sunday, back down to 65. But then Monday, 71. 81 on Tuesday.
Oh, my
Back
God.
in the 80s. And then possibility on rain on Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
One day closer to spring.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like winter. I despise winter.
I used to love winter. But the older I get, the more warmth I would rather be in.
I'm a mild temperature person. I'd rather just be in San Diego all year long.
There you go.
You know what I mean? But I love Fairfield too much to move out there. Oh, my goodness. So, recap of local sports for the
All
week.
right.
Are you ready?
Hang on just a second. I got to get ready here.
All right.
How fast do you want it?
It's been a busy, exciting
Auctioneer
week.
speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good week to be a mule.
It is.
Except for Tuesday night.
Ooh.
Oh, man. It was a great match. But, Coach Chet was under the weather.
Yep.
Half the girls' team was under the weather.
So Chet told me last night, I was talking to him, I hope it's okay to share, but he said at practice yesterday, he said, girls, raise your hand if you have taken cold medicine of any form this week. Every single girl but one raised their hand. So
I'm
he said,
sure
I don't want to use that as an excuse, but...
Once it gets started in something like that in a close environment. Well,
Right. I mean, if you have not, I mean, I have it right now. I'm stuffy and runny nose. If you don't have it, count yourself blessed because, I mean, I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, I'm going to urgent care today. Today's the day.
A lot
And then
of
by
stuff in
10
the air
o'clock,
from the
yeah.
harvest, of course.
Yeah.
And
Mornings and
those
evenings
darn
are the
farmers
hardest.
out there trying to make a living.
Trying to bring us food to our table? Yeah, how dare them?
Yeah, Tuesday was not a good day to be a mule. I mean, the volleyball team lost at NCOE. Now, granted, NCOE was very good.
Yes.
They were.
They are
And they
very
were
good.
out with, a vengeance. Like,
Yeah.
they wanted that win.
Oh, yeah.
Because the last match we played them.
They had lost 2-0.
They lost 2-0. So they were there to prove themselves and
But, it's not bad to have a game like that, a highly competitive game like that going into regionals. either.
right,
Yeah.
right, get you prepared and man, that Everett girl.
She was impressive.
Ooh, the kills.
Yeah.
She had some great kills that game
And she's just a sophomore.
really?
Yeah.
That blows my mind.
They only had 3 seniors.
wow.
I mean, they were flooded with sophomores
Yeah.
on that team.
Great volleyball program.
Yeah.
And but yeah, Sadly, we didn't come out with the win, but it was still such an exciting game to watch.
It was close. All 3 sets were close.
Mark and Double D and I were all doing the broadcast for that volleyball game, and at one point, it was just dead air.
Yeah, we just all got quiet because we were watching.
Oh my gosh, it was
It's easy to get swept up.
Yeah, it was just very, very good match. So, also Lisa Thomasai.
Yep.
With the Fairfield Tennis Club.
Yeah, she just beat the pants off a couple of folks early, her first 2 rounds, and then she's in a tight one in the 3rd round, which was suspended by darkness, rain, or something.
I think it was a little rain.
Yep, postponed.
I told Mark last night, I said, if it was dark, I would hate to be playing her in the dark because she could drive a tennis ball clear through my body.
When we did the tennis match a couple weeks ago, Claire was actually on the court with the camera. And I was
helmet or nothing.
I was a little concerned. I figured you'd be in full catcher's gear or something.
I probably should have been. Luckily I was only hit in like the ankles.
Yeah.
I wasn't didn't take any to the head, so
she is impressive.
Yeah. She is. She's awesome to watch. So the 3rd match started at 8 a.m. It was supposed to start at 8 a.m. this morning, so we should have an update for that soon. I'll be sure and keep checking Facebook. Weeze has been good about updating us all on those matches. So good luck to Lisa. Also, go to our Facebook page, or there's a lot of people that have shared it, and vote for Lisa for, is it Southern Illinois? Orthopedic, player of the week. Yep, I did too. I did too, but she's trailing. We need you guys to all get out there and vote for her. I mean, this is the first time I talked to Coach Rocket, and this is the first time he's ever taken a player to state, and she's in the Sweet 16. I mean, it's just amazing to see. I also love to see the send-off that the high school gave. Did you guys see that? The band played for her, and all the kids were out there cheering her on. So good luck to Lisa. Hope you can pull out that win today. All right, our next sports update last night. Can you give us a recap on football?
52-7. The freshman quarterback, Jalen Mainers, had 3 interceptions last week at Hamilton County. You'd have never known.
No.
He had, 4 touchdown passes? 3 or 4 touchdown passes?
4 at least.
4.
Beautiful job.
And he's already, number 14 on the all-time passing list at FCHS.
Oh, my gosh. And he's a freshman.
And he's a freshman.
Scott Lang last night.
Wow. Congratulations to Jalen. That's awesome.
And
he's a freshman.
Yeah.
I just have to keep saying that. He's a freshman.
Yeah. Yeah, last year he was playing JFL.
And doing well.
Yeah.
He was a great quarterback in JFL, so.
Mind blown.
Yeah, he's going to be a good one. Sad news from last night. We did not have the services of Latrell Snyder. He had a incident Tuesday in practice. He broke his leg. He's having surgery today.
Yep, this morning.
So hope everything goes well. He did make it to senior night, though, which is good.
We wish him the best.
Yes, we do. Prayers for you.
Great kid.
Those boys have had Jay blows out his knee last year.
Yep.
Comes back this year, but it happens.
Yeah.
It does. He's handling it well, though. He's been in great spirits.
Absolutely.
And I was impressed at how fast he was on the crutches last night.
Yeah.
I mean, he was moving, booking it. But.
And Nick Munoz, the sophomore, replaced him at linebacker and won the Gibbs Excavating and Land Management Defensive Player of the Game.
Amazing.
Absolutely big time.
That's amazing.
We said goodbye to 13 senior football players last night.
That's a hard loss when you're losing 13
Everybody
players.
said, well, it was your last time on the field. Wait a minute.
Don't say that.
Second round of the playoffs will probably be at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't say that. We want to see you back here in the train yard. And
Fairfield is going to be 3A in football.
Okay.
Which is
kind of the middle of the pack. 3A, maybe towards the bottom.
Yeah, we're going to be the 4th or 5th smallest school in 3A.
Okay.
And tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on ihsa.org, you can watch the selection show. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, they do it kind of like the March Madness shows when they announce
fun.
But some of the names I'm hearing, St. Joe Ogden, which is halfway in between Champaign and Danville. On 74 or 72.
We played them before up there.
Okay. And I've also heard DuQuoin and Mount Carmel bandied around.
It depends if we go north or south.
Yeah.
Never know.
But
You never know.
looking at the other regionals, volleyball regionals, they usually have went north or west. This time they're headed east over to Robinson for the super sectional. So
you just never know.
There might be a little bit of a shift in there, and in the IHSA's thinking.
Yep. Back to football. I did want to just have you talk a little bit, Ken, about the ongoing ref shortage and how that's affecting referees.
Well, that's why we played on Thursday last night.
Right.
They've been trying for 2 years to fill that spot. Mm-hmm. And no young people are getting involved in it. And they did, National Federation of High Schools just did a big questionnaire. Mm-hmm. The number one reason people don't stay in it or won't get into it, what do you think it is?
Fans.
Fan behavior.
Yeah, I believe it. I mean, we've talked about that.
Well, how many times do you hear about an official getting, challenged to a fight or getting, assaulted at a game?
Especially in baseball, where you usually dress there at the facility, and it's baseball or softball. But I've never had an incident. I've had fans,
talk to you,
come after us, but we've usually got a school official or a law enforcement there to escort us, especially if it's a close game and some controversial calls. But
right,
it's a problem. We've said it for years, and now it's basically come home to roost, and it's going to get worse because the average age of officials in Illinois is like 53. And I mean, this is my last year to do varsity. I'm going to have a freshman next year, so I'm not going to miss any of his stuff.
Right.
I'll continue to do JFL and lower level stuff, but if anybody's interested, reach out to me, Facebook Messenger, if you see me, or go to ihsa.org again, and there's a tab there to become a licensed official. It's a simple process. It's an open book test. I'll help you with it. It's very simple, and it's very rewarding. If you've ever played football or a football fan, it's so rewarding. And like I said, it's not a bad little side gig for some income.
Right. All right. Looking ahead to next week. Sports schedule.
I don't know what
tomorrow.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself next week.
We only have a few games.
I'll bet Tina can think of something.
Oh, yeah.
That honey-do list can get done.
Well, tomorrow we're going to do our first ever cross-country meet. I don't know how many people have walked up to me and said, "How are you going to do that?"
We're not sure.
And I have no idea what we're going to do or how we're going to do it.
I just assumed you'd put a GoPro on and just trail the pack.
Well, that's what Brian Weiss was telling me last night. He said, "Give Jim Jeanette the camera, and he'll just run the course with you."
I said, well, "Can I borrow a golf cart and we can sit on the back and do it?" But no, we think we're going to set up 2 cameras, one at the start and one across.
Yeah.
And
we're going to try.
We're going to try. And if not, you know what? We'll zoom in the best we can. And we have some great people coming on to help us with commentary, past runners.
Jim Jeanette, Jake Talbert from over at Wayne City is going to come on and help us. And
so
we were going to have Justin Sanders, the coach.
Yeah.
And he's going to be kind of busy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I saw he shared the post that we were doing the stream, and he asked if anyone would like to help. And we're so thankful for the help because this is our first time, doing it and just having knowledgeable people about cross country. And
you'll know a whole lot more when it's over of what you should do next time.
Yeah, like definitely. Give us grace. Give Mule Nation grace because it is our first time. And we're not sure we're going to have power supply. And we're going to be running off of a hot spot. And, those type of things that can affect technology a little bit. But we're willing to give it a shot. We're excited to give them a little bit of a spotlight because they're really killing it this year.
Yeah, they boys and girls won the BDC championships, and I think we've got a runner or two that's favored to win the regional.
The girls are ranked 26th out of 600 schools, we believe, which is pretty awesome. And they are only a team of 5. So I thought that was a really cool little fun fact. Girls are the winners of Roger Lee Invite, Gallatin County Meet, and the BDC Champs, like Mark said. Boys are the winners of the Tom Wickham Invite, Roger Lee Invite, Lawrenceville Meet, Gallatin County Meet, and also BDC Champs. So we will be starting that broadcast a little before 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Girls run at 10, the boys at 11. Is that right?
That is right.
Okay.
So tune in to Mule Nation tomorrow morning. I'm excited about that. And then we're heading to Hamco on Tuesday for the volleyball regionals. So, and that's at 6 o'clock or 6:30.
Yeah,
they're not sure yet. So,
I don't know why, but I heard back from Clint Weinmiller down at Hamco, and he texted me back. He was just be advised that game may start at 6 or 6:30.
We'll be there and set up and ready to go by 5:45, and we'll bring that to you on Mule Nation as well. So,
and then hopefully we'll be back Thursday for the championship match.
Yes.
And then...
Isn't technology amazing? I mean, it's people in Florida, California, or wherever are able to watch grandkids play, participate, and it's absolutely awesome.
Thank you. It's my favorite part is to go through the chat and just see where people are watching from, and that's what it's all about. When Mule Nation first started, everyone has been supportive of it, but there were questions of, is it going to affect attendance at the games? And
Absolutely
I think this year has proven it. We're helping our target market, right? We're helping the grandparents that don't live here, the high school alumni, right? Yeah. I have a neighbor that's like, listen, we can't fight with those bleachers anymore, but we love that we can watch it at home. College students that are away at school that just graduated last year that still want to watch their friends play. That's a big market that we have.
From Peyton Allen.
Yeah.
On a regular basis.
Yep. Yeah. He's kind of our stat guy, information guy from away. He'll chime into the live chat and give us lots
Harris.
of...
He's a walking encyclopedia of mule records.
I need to, when we continue to grow and expand, I want to get him on full time. You come and be our stat guy and make us sound smart,
Not look smart.
No, we can't do that. That's too much.
You were talking about the questions. Would it affect attendance?
Yeah.
I go back to the Thursday night volleyball game against Carmi White County.
Prime example.
The
senior
place,
night.
The place was absolutely packed.
Oh, my goodness.
I had Bruce Reeves stop me. He goes, have you ever seen the Mule Barn this packed?
No.
Outside of a basketball game, I remember a couple years ago, Casey Westfield came to town, and that was, and I remember an El Dorado game a few years ago. It was packed like that. But
it reminds me of the old Lawrenceville Fairfield and old Flora Fairfield games.
The rivalries.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. It was packed, and we still had 240 people streaming online
at
watching Mule Nation. So it was 240 devices. I always say people, but
and
devices.
The great thing is you can go home, sit back in your chair,
and watch
it again.
Watch it again.
I know, and that's also a fun part of it is a lot of times the athletes, they'll go back. They like to watch back and see what we said about them or,
So I said, I don't know why coaches trade films anymore.
Right. Just get on YouTube.
Or in my case, they go back and watch it, and somebody will call me and go, you said the wrong name. I'm just kidding. I mean,
everyone's been very understanding of us.
They have been great.
You make mistakes sometimes. We say online, too, they have a better view than we do, you know, because we're up higher and the camera angle is typically zoomed in a little bit, so they can see the numbers too. But we appreciate people reaching out and saying, saying, hey, that was actually this, or on the volleyball broadcast the other day, we misstated that it was the end of the regular season, and we had a couple people text us and update us on that. So
I'm glad you said we, because it was not so much we, it was I.
Well, hey,
so
we're a team.
I'll take credit where I'll take credit where credit is due, and I'll accept blame when blame is due.
We are a team. Well, next on the list, let's go through some of these upcoming events in Fairfield.
Always like to say, if you're in Fairfield or you're thinking of coming to Fairfield and you go, well, there's nothing really to do.
Oh, my goodness.
You're wrong.
You are wrong. We have so much going on. We're going to start out with the Fran Carter Memorial Scholarship Carnaby Square Fashion Show. Say that 5 times fast.
November 5th at the First Christian Church here in Fairfield.
2:30 p.m. Doors open at 2. You do need to get your tickets in advance. You can purchase those from Carnaby Square.
They're going fast.
They're going fast, and it's always such a fun time.
Well, if Christy Horning has anything to do with it, it's going to be top notch.
She has all of it.
I wish she'd
to
come
do
out of
with
her
it.
shell a little bit. She's so laid back and never does anything for the community hardly.
No.
What a piece of work she is. We are so blessed to have
We are.
people
And-
like her in this town.
And I'm jumping ahead.
Mike Dreeth. We were talking about Mike Dreeth a little bit earlier. He
Yeah.
always called her the mayor of downtown.
Downtown Fairfield.
the mayor of Main Street.
That's right, the mayor of Main Street. Yeah.
I'm jumping ahead, but happy belated birthday to Christy. She celebrated a birthday.
That's right. Earlier this week.
week.
Was
Yeah.
it
I know how old she
Thursday?
is. But,
Wednesday or
because I
Thursday?
don't want her to come over here and hurt me.
Thump you?
I won't say.
How old she is?
She and I graduated high school together.
Her birthday was on the 17th.
So you're what, 29, 30,
29,
something like
yeah.
that?
Exactly.
Okay.
And Christy's 25.
Yeah, there we go. Up next is the Veterans Day Parade. Shout out to Clifford Reaver for all his hard work on the Veterans Day Parade. That is coming up on Saturday, November 4th at 2 o'clock. And
I think there's a lot of some confusion there. It is not on Veterans Day.
I know. Yeah, Veterans Day is the next
He doesn't
Saturday.
want to detract from anything going on at Maple Hill or all that service. So
Which I appreciate. That's
bet.
what we talk about. Everyone's like, oh, there's nothing going on in Fairfield. But a lot of times everything happens on the same day, on the same weekend. So I appreciate him spreading
and what's
that
wrong with
out.
celebrating our veterans 2 weekends? in a row?
Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely nothing. All right, this one is happening tomorrow. Dine to Donate at La Fuente, Saturday 10/21, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. A portion of all proceeds will be donated to the FCHS cheer team.
Didn't the cheer team do a great job last night?
Wonderful job last night. Their halftime performance was top notch.
I know their coach pretty well.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
I was talking to Maggie Coons, one of
Yeah.
the senior cheerleaders, before the game down at the tailgate. By the way, thanks again to Ronnie Coons and Jeff Biggs cooking the fish last night. But she said, I said, okay, you got the dance tonight, right? She goes, I'm a little worried.
Aww.
She goes, we haven't done it perfectly once.
They nailed it last
And
night.
yeah, I thought they did too.
Which, that's the thing. It's like your wedding day. No one's going to know that you mess up or something went wrong unless you tell them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just go with it. But they did an amazing job. Go out and support them tomorrow. They do a lot for school spirit and for our community, and we appreciate them.
And it is a sport.
It's
an
a sport.
IHSA recognized
Yeah,
sport.
and they've been competing. They've been
Yes.
competing, and they've been doing well. So we're going to get into our trick or treats and trunk or treats. City of Fairfield trick or treat hours are October 30th and 31st from 5 to 8 this year. I like how they do 2 days. So you can have a day to stay at home and a day to go out and trick or treat.
Or if you live in the country, go see your friends
Right.
and relatives around your area and then
Right.
come into town the next day.
Yes, definitely.
Or
It's-
vice versa.
It's handy. And if you don't want people to trick or treat 2 nights, just don't turn on your porch light. Right.
Don't turn on your porch light.
Just don't.
It's so simple.
It is. This one's close to KO's heart here. We got
bet.
Cornerstone Trunk or Treat coming up on October 29th, 5
We've
to
done that
7.
for several years, and we
Yeah.
have great response because everybody's over at the Grody house.
Yeah.
And they see us over
They're like,
there,
"Oh."
I wonder what's going on over there.
Yeah.
We have food, so.
Yep, you guys do such a wonderful job. I take my kids there every year.
Speaking
and
of the Grody house, it's more and
It's
more
alive.
every day.
every single day I drive by and they're out there working
It's
on it, putting up
alive.
more
It's
zombies
alive.
and
You know, last year I was getting gas at the local gas station, and there was a church van pulled in there with like 30 kids on it. And I said, "Where you guys headed?" "Well, we came to town to see this house up here on First Street." And here they were, buying gas in our town, going out to eat, going to one of the local fast food places to eat. So,
you never know what's going to bring
No,
tourism
you
in.
don't.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love what they do for our community.
Well, we had a salesperson from one of our vendors into the shop the other day, and the first thing she said to us, "You have a Taco Tierra here."
Oh my God.
She was from Evansville. She goes, I'm so pumped. We don't have one in Evansville anymore.
No, they closed the one in Evansville.
I heard someone last night, there was a lot of people that came up from out of town, you know, for the football game to watch their seniors and stuff. And it was actually like Ma Snyder and that family. And someone walked up with the ginger ales and someone goes, you have a ginger ales here? Like they were so excited. There was a ginger ale.
We got running water, flush toilets.
Right? Can you believe it? Paved streets, freshly paved streets. So we're moving on up in the world.
Surprise, surprise.
We may sound country, but we're moving ahead. All right, up next, another trunk or treat, Lebanon North CP Church, October 29th as well, 5 to 7. They're going to have hot dogs and soups, costume contest at 6, and trunks throughout the evening. And then City of Fairfield and the Wayne County Chamber are also doing a trunk or treat from 5 to 8 p.m. On October 29th. So you got to, make your rounds on the 29th. And if you want to decorate your trunk or tent, you are welcome to bring it up or drive it up to the city parking lot east of the post office.
I just thought of one more event for next weekend.
Yes.
That we have. I don't think we've talked about the FCHS band.
I'm getting to it.
Okay.
We'll do that.
I thought we had some info on that.
Yeah, we'll do that one next. Let me get it up. FCHS Music Department presents Thriller Night. Desserts and drinks, murder mystery concert. It is Sunday, October 29th. Doors open at 2:30. They're going to have desserts and drinks. Show begins at 3:30, and that is at the high school, of course. So go out and support them. We love our music department. They do such a wonderful job. And Mark and I say that, traveling to other schools, and it's like you don't realize how lucky we are and how great they are.
We went to Hamilton County for football not last week, but, the week before in week 8. And they come out and they don't have a band. They don't have a band perform at halftime.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just music over the loudspeaker. That's all it was.
We would, a lot of times, they'll just sit in the stands and do their music. They don't ever go out and do a halftime show or anything like that. They'll just sit there. So
it's good to see our school focus on the arts. I mean,
yes. We are so lucky to have Josh Livesay. He does a wonderful job.
Well, and when you come to Donna Reaver, Colin McDuffie.
Right.
They do a lot with the drama department.
Yep.
So
we're very, very lucky to have them and go out and support them next weekend. We also have the Volunteer Fire Department annual Halloween chili supper, and that is next Friday, the 27th.
Thank goodness we don't have a football game on the 27th because you wouldn't want to be around.
No, I would not want to be in a small booth with you after the chili supper. But yeah, you can go there 11 to 1 or 5 to 7. And I love that they serve a hot dog and a peanut butter sandwich with it. Oh, it's so good. So go out and support them. $10 per ticket, which is
how long they've been doing that.
Steal.
They've been doing that ever since I can remember.
I would like to
I'd
know
like to know that
too.
Yeah.
If you're on the live chat and you know how
Dan
long.
Dan Harris probably knows that too.
Dan Harris, send us your stats.
Stats on the chili supper.
Yep. All right. I think this is my last event slide. We have Glow Bingo coming up.
Oh, is that the Humane Society Glow Bingo?
The Humane Society, and they do it at the Elks Lodge every year, Saturday, November 18th. So we've got a little bit of time, but those tickets go fast. So if you want them, reach out to the Humane Society and get your tickets. And then also the fall cornhole tournament that the Frontier Community College Bobcats are putting on. That's Tuesday, November 14th. And the information's there. It's for ages 16 and up. But go out and support the Bobcats athletics. We're so lucky to have them as well. I remember, I know you guys do too. I think it was when Mike Dreeth was the president there, and he made T-shirts that said Frontier Community College undefeated since whatever year it was the college was
and also
founded.
Out Here University.
Out Here You. Yes, those were great. I mean,
OHU.
OHU. I just think that is some solid marketing. I do want to check in real fast on our live chat. We've got some people chiming in. Eugene McGill, Alderman McGill, says, great job. Double D is listening from his office at Frontier. Angela, my mother-in-law, says, good morning, RJ on the air. Double D did want us to give a shout out to our Bobcat volleyball athletes. Tonight's game at Center Street is their last home game of the season. Thank you to our sophomores, Jenna, Reagan, Chloe, Nelia, Addie, and Alyssa. Thank you, Double D, for that. You guys can watch that on Bobcat Nation starting at 6 p.m. Christy Horning says, hey, you guys are the best. We are watching. Hi, Christy.
Hey.
Oh, and Double D. Frontier was established in 1976, so it was undefeated since 1976. Classic. Love it. And
look where we are now.
I know. I love it. I love it. So, let's see what's next on our list. Local birthdays and anniversaries. Woo! So, we'll start with the 16th, which I believe was Monday. Anyone going to correct me? 16th, happy birthday to Marty Kewen and Dorothy. I did. Marty Kewen and Dorothy McCauley. The 17th, happy birthday Susan Furhop, Chris Dickey, Holly Belva, Christy Horning, Doris Gallagher. The 18th, Marlene Barrett and Marlene Rogers. Is that the same person?
I don't know. I'm
not sure, but happy birthday to the Marlenes or Marlene. Happy birthday on the 19th to Melanie Lee Vaughn, Keegan Dinsmore, my cousin, and Maynard Doty. The 21st, which is tomorrow, happy birthday Matthew Michaels, Steve Vandever, Retley Wright, Don Brake, Cale Simpson, Beverly Fisher, Brenda Warren, Erin Onstott Townsend. I know you know her. I think she said you're her favorite person on the planet.
She's back in the will.
And then happy anniversary to Stephanie and Matt Kreider. Happy anniversary to you guys. On the 22nd, which is Sunday, our very own Alec Vaughn is celebrating his birthday.
I heard some stories.
What?
About Alec Vaughn and some of his birthday parties.
Oh, really?
Night. Yeah, Bruce Dickey was talking a little bit, and he just says some of Alec's birthday just epic.
Epic.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll get an invite this year.
Yeah.
Alec. All right. Happy birthday to Jack Copeland as well on the 22nd. Jessica Gregory, Josh Musgrave, one of my classmates, and Ross Gonzalez. And that's all for this week that I have on birthdays and anniversaries. But
all those and looking at some of we got some really cool celebrity birthdays today too.
Okay, share them.
Bela Lugosi.
Oh, that's time.
He was born in 1882.
Halloween week.
Jazz. Okay. Here's a name for you.
All right.
1890. Jelly Roll Morton was born.
Was really his name was Jelly Roll? Because now there's a popular singer named Jelly Roll.
Right. So this was a jazz composer.
He's country.
Country, yeah.
That's true. Speaking of country singers, Grandpa Jones in 1913. You remember Grandpa Jones from P Hall, right?
What's for supper?
That's right. I always loved his rendition at Christmas time of the Christmas Guest.
Yep.
Love that one. Baseball Hall of Famer Mickey Mantle was born on this date.
The Mick.
William Christopher. Father Mulcahy from MASH.
Oh, okay.
Another Baseball Hall of Famer, Juan Marichal.
High leg kick.
Yeah. Yeah. Here, actor John Krasinski
from
The Office.
Yeah.
He's also played Jack Ryan on the Prime TV series, which
is that show.
I love that one too.
The Office.
It was a hard transition if you were a Office fan to watch him play a role like that, but he nailed it.
Oh, he sure did.
But The Office, hilarious.
And Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
Guys everywhere.
I know.
Martha Stewart's best friend.
I know.
Who would have ever?
What an odd couple.
I mean, who would have ever thought those two would stick together?
Yeah.
Going back to the chili supper real fast.
Yeah.
Tina, I'm assuming, it says Mark Turner. I'm assuming Tina's chimed in. She said that they went to the chili supper when she was a little girl. It was always held on trick or treat night. All of us kids had our costumes on and probably got chili all over ourselves. Yep. I mean, they did.
Not surprising.
They did. So maybe that's why it was switched. The parents were like, listen, I spent so much money on this costume for one night. Let's not get it covered in chili.
When I was growing up down south, we always had a longer trick-or-treating time. I mean, our trick-or-treating went from like 5 until 9.
When I was trick-or-treating, you could go trick-or-treating whenever you wanted.
Yeah.
But
like all week long.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
I would
if the
go.
lights on, go.
You bet.
I would go for a couple hours and come home, change into something else.
Go back to the same place.
Yeah, because I was 8, 9, 10, something like that. So so I had my football uniform. I'd put that on and I'd go, and then I'd come home, and I'd find my dad's Army helmet. I'd put that on, and I'd go again.
Oh my gosh.
Candy to be had.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
Mark, I don't think the statute of limitations has run out on that. You may be charged with
I know.
fraud.
That's what
I
I'm
don't
thinking.
know.
We do not condone these activities from RJ on the air.
I don't get the trick-or-treaters that we used to.
I know.
I don't know.
I think a lot of, the trunk or treats are really nice, and I'm appreciative of those, but it does kind of, I think, affect the going door to door. But
Some kids that we know, I mean, I rarely have kids come to the door that I don't
you don't know. I do want to give an update on the solar eclipse. Solar eclipse is coming up April 8th, 2024. April 8th? Yeah, April 8th, 2024. We have secured entertainment. So everyone pay attention. You can follow Solar Eclipse Fairfield on Facebook, and we'll do updates there. But they have booked Little Texas to come on Friday night, and it'll be out at the fairgrounds. Tickets will be available soon. Little Texas is coming, and Bo Tatum and the Dirt Devils is the headliner for that. So we're super excited about that Friday night. We're expecting a huge influx of people. Don't wait to buy your tickets once they go online. You'll want to be there. And then we're having activities all weekend long. That Saturday we'll have a local concert, which I know Bo Tatum and the Dirt Devils is headlining that. We'll have other local acts opening for him. And I know they're going to have like different kitty toys and, blow up things
I don't think
set
people
up.
realize how many people are
I
going
know.
to be in this town.
That's kind of the big worry. I went to the solar eclipse meeting last Monday at City Hall, and that was the big concern is security and, like triage tents and like police coverage, And
I know the sheriff has voiced some concern.
Yeah.
That's the same day that Jasper Grade School is going to be in Washington.
Oh.
He was planning on being a chaperone.
Yeah. I better
I think
not.
I'd better stick around.
Yeah.
So they're already laying the groundwork
Right.
to get that all covered.
Ken and I will be the bouncers.
I mean, it may come to that we may need to recruit local people to help just with security because, and that's why they have planned nothing for actual Monday solar eclipse day because that day it's just traffic control and crowd control because we're expecting such a huge influx of people.
I have a few nominations for security. Gomer, Floyd, and Otis.
They can do it. Do we get badges? Do they get badges?
Yeah. And Barney. Barney will be in charge.
Oh my goodness.
No, you know what? The local police and the local sheriff's department, they do such a great job, and they are going to do a great job with security for this. And,
they will, and like Ken said, they are thinking about it and they're preparing for it. And FMH, they are preparing to have hopefully people off site as well. I know they're looking into that because insurance doesn't actually cover them setting up a triage tent off site because their employees would be off site. So I know they're looking into options for that. I think if a government official declares it a need of an emergency, that they are allowed to do that, which this, in my mind, would qualify as that. We're going to have such a influx of people. So
I remember the last one last year. I was going to go get pizza at
Casey's.
Casey.
Yep.
I mean, we are 2 hours, 15 minutes from Carbondale.
Yep. So
ground zero this time.
Yeah.
Hope it's not cloudy.
I know.
It's going to get dark.
Wouldn't that be the pits?
Yeah.
Well, Ken, are you ready for some trivia?
I'm ready.
Mark has prepared some trivia for us.
Solar eclipse trivia. Oh. All right, I'm gonna read the.
Could you not have done sports trivia for the man?
Football rules.
It's
maybe,
okay.
Or something like
I
that.
totally told him to do this.
I was only operating under the orders of the boss. Throwing you under the bus.
I know. It was
All right,
totally
so,
me.
Some of these are multiple choice.
Okay.
Some are true or false. Some you just have to answer. Okay? Here we go. Number 1. A total solar eclipse is seen from the same place only once every how many years?
The same place?
Yeah, the same place.
Oh.
Okay? Now, this is multiple choice.
Okay.
375 years, 750 years, 200 years, or 1,000 years.
Ooh.
I'm going to go with 750.
I'm going to do 375.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Ding. Tell her what she's won.
Hey. I cheated. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, number 2. Yeah, you are on the computer over there.
No, I don't have the answers.
Number 2, what is the longest recorded time ever for a solar eclipse?
For a total solar eclipse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it 5 minutes? Was it 10 minutes, 15 seconds? Was it 100 miles an hour, 500 miles an hour, 55 miles an hour, or 1,000 miles an hour?
A. I don't
Yeah.
remember what it was, but
Yeah, I'll go with B.
Both of you were wrong. 1,000 miles an hour.
Shoot.
Wow.
Faster than the speed of sound.
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
Uh-huh.
it's like out on West Delaware, right?
Yeah. Yeah, or East Maine.
East Maine.
Man, they come around that corner at Le Mans, man, and they're laying the hammer down.
Yeah. Speed limit signs mean nothing around
Yeah.
It's a
here.
suggestion.
Yep.
Number 4. How many solar eclipses occur each year? 7 to 10, 5 to 8, 15 to 20, or 2 to 5?
2 to 5.
Yeah.
You guys are good. Really good.
Thank you.
Number 5. What direction does an eclipse move in?
Oh.
There's no multiple choice on this one.
East to west.
Yeah, east to west.
Moves west to east.
Oh. I'm dyslexic.
Partially, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you were half right. Number 6. What is the most likely month of the year for a total solar eclipse?
I'm going with April.
Yep. April.
It's not.
Really?
It's May.
May.
November is the least likely.
It's gonna be May.
Uh-huh. Number 6. A solar eclipse can occur on every planet in our solar system except for Mercury and Venus. Why?
Because they don't have a moon.
Oh.
Look at this.
Good job.
Look, are you looking? I mean, do I need to turn away? Hide the paper? There's no writing on the back?
We're
or
just
anything?
that smart, Mark.
Okay. All right.
Come on.
Okay.
We're lucky.
Okay. There is a traditional post-eclipse celebratory drink.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
Beer, wine, coffee, or an egg cream.
Egg cream. It's got to be an egg cream.
It's gotta
It-
be.
It is an egg cream.
Okay.
I don't even know what an egg cream is. But
I don't either, but I was thinking like a Howl at the Moon, or like we need to come up with a signature drink.
Did they have at Walker's Bluff? They had Ozzy Osbourne for their eclipse
Yeah.
party. Howl
Yeah.
at the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bark
They-
at the moon.
Speaking of Walker's Bluff, man, they've got a casino down there now.
Just what we need, more gambling.
Yeah. True or false? People who travel around the world to observe total solar eclipses are called
What are they called? I've heard-
umbrophiles.
What?
Umbrophiles. Umbrophiles.
I was not coming up with that.
True or false?
Well, it's got to be true.
Right.
Yeah,
We're going with
it's
true.
Either
Yeah.
that or somebody that always carries an umbrella.
Yeah, I don't. All right.
Umbraphile.
Number 9 here.
Okay.
In Transylvanian folklore, an eclipse stems from the angry sun turning away and covering herself with darkness in response to men's bad behavior. True or false?
It's got to be true.
True. I'm going with true.
Oh, yeah, it's true. And I thought I was throwing the easiest one for last, but apparently not. What is the date for the next solar eclipse?
Oh.
So,
April 8th, 2024.
that is correct.
All right.
That is correct.
All right, we're going to pop into some local news. Thank you to Tom Levine for sharing these news stories with us. We really appreciate that. The first one he sent me was according to the Wayne County Sheriff, Chris Odie. I think you know him.
I know.
The Sheriff's Department and Wayne County Probation conducted a search of the Cody L. Cook residence in Reinard. During the search, deputies located over 10 grams of methamphetamine, digital scales, a shotgun, and ammunition. $2,630 was also seized from Cook as the proceeds of drug sales. Cook was placed under arrest and is in the Wayne County Jail awaiting his detention hearing. Preliminary charges are possession with intent to deliver methamphetamine, possession of a firearm by a felon, and criminal fortification of residence and use of property to violate the Methamphetamine Act.
Man,
Yeah.
that's heavy stuff.
That's a tough-
heavy stuff,
That's
man.
a tough night.
A lot of guns.
Yeah.
Seems like almost everything they do now involves a gun.
Yep. And shout out to our sheriff department. They have done such a great job with getting, drugs off the streets. And I think that's really their primary focus, it seems, drugs and guns. And we appreciate all they do for our community. The next one we talked about earlier before we were on the air, we wanted to mention the Board of Trustees and the IECC district met Tuesday night at Wabash Valley College in Mount Carmel. They approved... You summarize it for me.
It's a non-binding resolution to support the construction of a student and athletics center on the campus of Frontier Community College. Again, I think the College Foundation is going to spearhead the fundraising effort for it. Hey, it'd be a great addition to our community.
I mean, it would be amazing. I know it's going to be a full gym, which is much needed for the Bobcats volleyball team.
And it's going to be, from what I understand, because I have a little bit of it in the know since Tina's on the College Foundation board. From what I understand, it's going to be it was originally supposed to be just a volleyball gymnasium.
Right.
But now they're going to expand that to be an NCAA regulation court.
Wow.
So that, in the future, if we had basketball at Frontier. Don't know if it's going to happen, but if it's added, we don't have to knock down a wall at the gym because it's easier just to build it first without.
Right. I think that's so great. A lot of our other IECC schools do have basketball. I know Robinson LTC does, and it's a
Mount Carmel does.
Mount Carmel, yeah. And it's such a great, we talked about tourism earlier. You don't think about it, but that is a way to increase tourism and people coming to our community and spending funds in our community. But I think even just having the volleyball team having a home to go to is going to be so beneficial. I also think that maybe pickleball could be played there. They could do evening classes for pickleball or basketball or dance classes or, whatever. The possibilities are endless.
Even home and garden shows in the spring.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And I know that they're going to have, like athletic coach offices in there. They'll all have their own space. It's going to be a student center as well. Give the kids, just the community. And honestly, for recruitment, the wow factor of you come to the campus and there's this brand new, beautiful, state-of-the-art NCAA size gym. That's a wow factor. And that's a selling point when we're trying to get people to enroll at Frontier. So I think that is awesome, and I wish them luck on their fundraising efforts. So the next one is the Illinois State Police responded to a report of a single vehicle crash involving a Jeep around 2:40 Thursday morning on eastbound I-64, milepost 115 in Wayne County. According to the ISP, one person was taken to an area hospital with serious injuries. There was no additional information at the time, but we will keep you updated on that if we hear more. Let's see. The next one was be aware of deer. It is that time of year.
It's always that time of year.
It is around here. They're moving.
What is the deal with it? You see them more and more during the daytime.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't used to see them, maybe dusk, that.
With harvest going on.
Yeah.
Normal routines getting disrupted. Remember the deer whistles you put on the front of your car?
Yeah.
Remember those?
I don't.
I do remember
I
those.
do not. Why? I know, right? Why did they ever go away? Why don't we get them back?
It didn't work.
Yeah, they did not work.
I was going to say, do we need some like RJ on the air deer whistles for everyone to put on the front of their car? I'll take a marketing opportunity.
I walked out in the highway and thought, what's that noise?
Makes them stop and look instead of cross. Oh, that's great.
You know what? If you come across the deer on the highway, it doesn't matter. I've heard several theories. One is speed up so you can get past them. Because if you slow down and stop, they're going to run into you. Or, in other words, is slam on your brakes.
Right.
But I just, if you're going to get hit, I guess you're just going to get hit by deer.
Just please don't try to swerve and go into a ditch and hurt yourself more. That's the main thing. Mm-hmm. I'm going to end our news segment because we only have about 9 minutes left, and I have a couple more things I do want to get to. The first one is Ken Odie suggested this, and I love the idea. He does them on his Facebook page a lot. A question of the day.
Don't drink coffee in church.
Yeah. Do you drink coffee in church or do you not? I love to read the answers. I'll chime in sometimes if I have an opinion on the matter. But today's question.
Sometimes, if you have an opinion.
Yeah, I don't always. I'm like, let me listen to both sides and try to decide. I'm kind of easily swayed a lot. I get that from my mama, I think. But okay, question of the day. Fairfield needs blank. So if you are listening in the live chat, tell us what you think Fairfield needs. In my mind, I'm thinking of Main Street, of course. I'm thinking of downtown. Like, what kind of shops do we need? Yeah. Or one thing, though.
You're thinking businesses.
I'm thinking businesses.
Nothing wrong with that.
And I love the idea Austin Gibbs had talked about. He put it on his Facebook page about a drive-in movie theater. I've thought it for years. It used to be such a staple here in Fairfield. And that's something that people travel to other towns to go to. The closest one is Salem or Newton.
Salem has one?
Yeah,
I think
Salem does, and over by Newton, Willow Hill, St. Marie, whatever. But I think that would be so cool to have here in town. What do you guys think? What does Fairfield need?
Drive-in movie theater would be incredible. I don't know that that's feasible.
Yeah,
but
someone's got the money.
Yeah,
If
you want to invest in Fairfield.
Kind of like a bowling alley. Boy, the initial investment is just
huge.
So high.
Huge. And at the time it takes you to get your return on that investment, that.
Though, when you drive through our downtown area and compare it to other cities.
Oh, we have a thriving
downtown area. Mm-hmm. And
we are lucky.
Just drive around a little bit. You got
the
new clinic being constructed, Vaughn's Tires being constructed. There's a lot going on.
There is.
I know people badmouth Fairfield all the time, and it is a pretty darn good place to live and raise your kids.
It's a beautiful place to live, isn't it?
Something I heard, I saw on Facebook the other day. There's a golf simulation in Fairfield.
So where the old Mustard Seed Market by Kim Hinkle Photography, Mustard Seed Market, since COVID, there's been a shortage on furniture and stuff like that she could get. So she has closed that business, and now they've opened the golf simulator in that building. So check them out. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I believe Kim Hinkle Photography has shared it. Check it out. That's such a cool thing. Golf is huge right now in our community, and
thanks to COVID.
Yeah. And when it's cold, you can't go out to the golf course as easily or as often. So that's just a fun way to still get your golfing in.
Played golf one time on January 1st, a couple of years. Place I used to live, they had what they call the Frozen Open.
Oh, my gosh.
And there were a couple of years that we played with snow on the ground.
Oh, my gosh. Brr.
Last time I played, I missed a hole-in-one by 3 strokes.
So close.
So close.
So close. But any other suggestions for Fairfield needs? We need a good men's wear shop. That's what Angela Vaughn says.
Yeah, I agree.
I still miss Male Connection. I agree. I'm sad that Sandy left. That was a great store to have on Main Street, and I'd love to see another one come back.
Some people are saying we need an industry. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, we need one. We'd love to have one, but it's not going to happen. So let's find another way to move forward.
Yes, exactly right.
In my opinion.
Yeah. And if we can market ourselves as a tourist destination. I know we go out of town, and I told you this last week.
People that are going to come in here for this eclipse, let's put on a good face for them, and You never know.
Yeah, I always think of it as like, okay, you've watched the cartoon movie Cars by Pixar, right? This is our Cars opportunity. They're coming in, and we need to be on our best behavior. The home of the friendly people. Let's, show it to be true, and make sure our curb appeal looks good. Make sure our stores look good, that we're stocked, our food is stocked, that we have enough to, support the influx of people and show them a good time. And maybe they'll come back and stay in an Airbnb or the Victorian on Main or,
And we need to, and we've got some house cleaning to do. We need to clean up some properties.
Yes.
I know the city is all over it.
I know.
It is just such a long, tedious process. Full of red tape. Mm-hmm. You got to do this. You got to give them a notice and do this and do that.
Yep.
You just want to take a bulldozer in there and level it. But you can't do
Sadly, you can't. It has to go through some steps. But, all right, I do want to give another update from Anita Byer. She says the Blue Point Free Will Baptist will be having a trunk or treat as well, October 29th at 5 p.m. in the east parking lot at the church. Address is 1147 County Road 1975 North in Sisney. All right, my final question, Ken. This one's for you, too.
All right.
Let me see. I heard a rumor that you love Hallmark movies. I actually read.
You're gonna have a mic drop moment.
I actually screenshotted your list of things I would rather do than watch Hallmark Christmas movies. Number 1, paint our house with a toothbrush. Number 2, eat tofu 3 times a day. Number 3, join a gym. 4, watch Steel Magnolias every day for a month. Number 5, go clothes shopping with my wife.
That was a biggie.
That's a big one. Listen to Barney song. The Barney song continuously for 3 hours. 7, get a root canal. 8, walk on hot coals. Or 9, watch soccer. So tell us more. You a big soccer fan?
I don't like soccer. I'm sorry. Now, if my grandkids were playing it,
you'll watch it, right?
I don't understand it.
Yeah, that's probably the one sport.
I just don't like watching soccer. I think it's boring, and I'm sorry.
Okay, to me, soccer, it's hockey on grass.
That made
and I played soccer for a lot of years. I played over in St. Louis in in a couple of the leagues over there, the indoor leagues and stuff. And to me, it's like hockey on grass.
My wife is addicted to Hallmark movies.
I know she
I'll watch
is.
That. Okay, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. She's going to fall in love with the professional dog walker, and they're going to go to a hot chocolate contest.
They're pretty predictable, but
she won't marry that neurosurgeon. She wants to go with the pro dog walker.
Well, yeah.
We have at our house a streaming plan that includes 4 or 5 different Hallmark channels.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
God bless you.
All I can say is, thank God we have more than one TV.
Yeah.
And I have that, and she's welcome to watch them. And
you can go to the other one. So have they started already?
Oh yeah. They've been going since July.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely. And they're all the same.
Yeah.
Just one time, I'd like for somebody to pull out a gun and
switch things up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Or at least a knife attack or something.
I mean, I'm kind of with Rita. I think they're good. Us women, we love a good love story.
Absolutely.
And it's just something about the Christmas season and snow on the ground, and it just makes it so much more romantic. And we know what's going to happen. We know it's not going to happen in our lives, but
I can think of
we want to watch, okay?
I can think of a few good love stories, too.
Yeah?
Brian's
Johnny and
song.
June?
Brian's song. The Pride of the Yankees.
Brian's song.
Oh, I know. And Pride of the Yankees. The one about Luke. Oh, my gosh. It's just, both of them just tear me up.
Old Yeller.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those are love stories to me because I love those movies.
First movie you ever cried at?
Well, it had to be Old Yeller.
Old Yeller.
It had to be Old Yeller, yeah.
If you can watch that one without crying, there's
something wrong with you.
But now I look, Brian's song, always cry during Pride of the Yankees. Even
I have not watched that.
That is
I'm not sure about Brian's song either, honestly.
With James Caan, Billy D. Williams was in that, and then Pride of the Yankees was.
Yeah, Gary Cooper.
Gary Cooper. I was thinking him or Randolph Scott.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. It was Gary Cooper though.
Well, guys, it's 9:30. It's all the time we have for today. So well, thank you, Ken, for being here with us.
Hope you'll have me back.
Yes, we'd love to have you back, and hopefully we'll have a better setup next time so you're not squeezed behind the desk.
I gotta tell you, I didn't realize how many trucks
drove by
downtown Fairfield. That's
unbelievable. I know. We love having the downtown studio and getting to see the traffic drive by and people walk by. I'm sad that my GMA fans did not come today with a sign.
Yeah, I know.
Last week we had my mother-in-law came with a sign and held it up at the window.
By the way, I saw yesterday where GMA is moving out of Times Square.
Really?
Yeah. I
Well,
don't know why.
Wow, that's going to really change the, because that's part of when you travel to New York. You want to go and stand in the GMA crowd, but I'm sure they'll still have a crowd. But
all right.
I want to thank you guys for watching again on our second episode of It's a Beautiful Day in Fairfield, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
And remember, it's always a beautiful day in Fairfield.
You bet.
And if it's not a beautiful day, it's in your power to make it a beautiful day.
Make it a beautiful day, for sure. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next Friday at 8:30 a.m.